Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Two Brother Farming. We're we're gonna take some time and mow because our cowsaroonie needs some food. Gutterball says, "Hey, our cows are out of food. Let's mow." So, how's everybody? How's everybody doing today? I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. I'm doing fantastic. As usual, and you guys all know by now, we're going to turn it right over to Gutterball, let him do his intro, and then we're going to get busy because we got work to do today. There you go, brother. Take it away.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the farm. You know what? I'm doing okay today. Nah, you know what? I'm doing good today. Nah, you know what? I'm doing awesome and ready to farm.
Perfect. That's getting better and better and better each time you do it. It's awesome. It's great. I like it. We each got our little own intro.
Right.
Mine gets a little bit long sometimes, my fantastic.
Well, that first one I had, it was copying you too much, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to be a fury.
All right, so he's using the swather mower so we can make hay directly. I am going to be the runner today. I'm going to run it to the other farm and put it in the silage, right? Fermenter.
No, yeah.
But just as storage. Right. Just as storage, though. We have two 50,000-liter wagons with us today, so I'm going to collect them both, and then I'll run. That way we can get this off the field and quickly, because we went a whole month and we realized that today the poor cows didn't have any food. It's pretty cool.
Been starving them.
Yeah.
Don't have access.
Well, that's all right. I'll get this. I hope it lets me get the hay off of it. But we also agreed that we're going to be starting to work a lot on the same project like we would in real life. I think we're getting a lot more organized. Oh, look at him go.
The cows are hungry. Gotta go.
I love this. I love this mower. I really do.
Uh-huh. Yep.
So what you
I
guys?
like my John Deere one if I don't have enough money for this one.
If you noticed, I'm using that in my realistic series, the John Deere mower.
Yes.
Which is rare because you would, generally speaking, you wouldn't use a brush hog mower to make hay with.
Right.
You can, but what it does is it would wear the blades out too much. It would tear the blades all up, and brush hogs are more for like expanding your fields and doing ditches and things like that.
Right.
But I used it because I love it. I love it. So I figured, what the heck, you can use it technically, and that way we'll go from there. But anyways, what you guys got going on your farms? We like to hear about it. We're still going to challenge you guys. We want to see more comments. We want to see them.
Yeah, because I really enjoy communicating with you guys in the comment section. Makes me feel more involved that way.
Makes me feel involved. My favorite is when I get up in the morning and there's like 12 comments. I'm like, yes. And I get to interact with all of them. And this field's pretty good size. Now, eventually, everyone, this will be Gutterball's farm. Eventually. Right now, it's just a grass field, but he's going to be building up here eventually once we get this. As you head by the lime machine, make sure it's on sell. Because what we forgot to tell you guys is last week when we recorded, we found out a little secret about that lime machine, and I don't know if we told you or not. And if we did, plug your ears. I'm going to tell you again. Because I can't remember. I've had so much going on in the real world and with helping some new family members. I'm so excited to start teaching some of the newer people that are new and just learning. I remember I was telling Gutterball when we first signed on, I remember being new once and I didn't know how to mod, or I didn't know how to play the game, and the only thing I knew was real farming. So that was it. So it's exciting to me, and it's exciting to him to start teaching some of our next generation farm sim players. Let's just say that. A lot of times we forget that we've been around a while as far as farm sims go, and it's nice to get the new generation. So it's been a little chaotic. I'm not going to lie. You know, I've always been transparent with you guys, and so is Gutterball. It's been a little crazy, but we're having fun teaching. And you guys know that that's what I love to do, and Gutterball loves to do it too. That's why him and I click so well. And for those of you who are new and learning from us, don't get frustrated. Just kind of go with the flow, and we'll get it taught to you one way or another.
Yep, I don't care how long it takes. We will get you taught, and we'll get you to where you can do it all on your own.
And after you did it, like I messaged Diane, and I told you, I said, Diane, after you do it a few 100,000 times, you'll be an old pro at it. It's the first couple of times that it's confusing. But I'm going to be spending a lot more time lately teaching. I've got a couple of people that are interested in learning how to do things, and they've been DMing me and messaging me. So I'm going to spend a lot more time. So I will be cutting some of my gameplay out. Just haven't decided which day yet. You know, but I'm going to be spending those days teaching people how to get set up with mods, and I get so many people every day asking. There, I got 50,000 liters already with one pass around. That's crazy.
Nice.
But you guys know I didn't start this YouTube channel to be rich and famous and everything. I started it to teach people how to farm, how to mod, how to do the things that we need to do, because we're only as good as our weakest link, and if we can't get our new people trained in how to play, then we're not going to ever have anybody to play with, because some of the older guys are leaving. They're moving on from Farm Sim, and we're not going to have anybody to do the games with anymore if we keep just ignoring people and not wanting them to join because they don't have the experience that, say, Gutterball and I do. That's not what I started this channel for.
Well, plus, you know, like it takes us back to when we were new.
Yep.
I mean, I remember like mods. I can't tell you how many times I downloaded a mod and just downloaded it, went in the game and thought it was supposed to work, and I'm like, where's my mod? And then I go download it again. Next thing you know, I got it downloaded 10 times, and I still don't have it in the game.
I don't mean to giggle, but I don't know how, like I was telling you earlier, I don't know how many times I've deleted my whole mod folder by accident. Whoops, clicked the wrong button, and I'm like,
get rid of this mod and get rid of all of them.
Yep. It says now deleting like 1,000 gigabytes or something. It's like, what? What's going on? So, you know, and when you guys are learning, don't hesitate to ask. Like Craig put out a absolutely fantastic question.
Yes.
He asked what the second bin is for on a baler, and like I explained in the comment, but sometimes it's easier to just explain it on camera. All right, Craig. So what that is a pre-chamber. It's set up to where it'll hold like 2,600 in the first chamber. When it ejects it into the second chamber to start making the bale, it allows you to start filling that pre-chamber. So basically, you can keep moving. You can keep baling. And to let you guys know too, what is it called there? What size is that? What size bale Gutterball is the smallest one there?
120, isn't
120, I think. Yes, I couldn't think. All right, so to let everybody know, a 120 bale is a 4x4 bale in real life, 4 foot by 4 foot. All right, so it's big, but it's not big. It weighs just a little bit under 1,000 pounds, so it's about 600-700. You can pick them up with a skid steer, but when you start getting into like 240, now you're starting to like get some serious weight to them. But the little bales, like the 120s, they're pretty light as far as like for a skid steer or skid loader. You can pick them up pretty good with a front loader. They're still, too heavy to pick up by hand. Because I don't know, unless you're like a strong man, I don't know many people can pick up 600, 700, 800 pounds. But the little ones now, the little bales, little square ones, they go about 80 pounds. Sometimes you get them as little as 60. But this isn't the series for that. That's on my realistic channel. But I wanted to answer Craig for that because he made a point to ask, and what a great question that was.
Ooh.
I know, I'm almost at 100,000. I wish there was 2 trailers. Like, I could hook them both together. That'd be sick.
Yeah, boy. Don't laugh at my row over here. I spilt my beer.
It's been that kind of a week, huh?
Yep.
I think it's great.
Cool. I'm doing my passives now.
I think it's absolutely great that some of the new people are asking questions and finally feeling comfortable enough to ask how things actually work. It means a lot to me because that shows me that you guys are comfortable with me.
Well, like he was asking, what the 2 numbers were.
Yep.
I got that baler and I didn't even realize it had 2 numbers. So that means they're really paying attention.
Did you just say you're going to do your passes now?
Yeah.
Look at you paying attention.
Hey, I'm learning.
Yeah, it's real simple. The way that Dad taught us was the outsides or the headlands. The headlands is the proper term. We used to call them rounds because technically you go around the field.
Around. Yep.
And then the up and downs are called passes. But every farmer on the planet has a different name for them. So just because we call them rounds doesn't mean other farmers call them rounds. That's just what we call them because you got to remember, my dad was talking to me. So you guys all know Fury. You got to keep it as simple as you can. There's another dollar.
Around here, I think they all call it. Yeah, you're right. Around here, I think they all call them headlands.
Yeah, well,
and they call them their up downs.
Yep, and that's what I'm saying is, like I've always told all of our family members, just because we did it that way doesn't mean that every single farmer on the planet does it that way. Every farmer has their own little inner idiosyncrasies that they do, and they believe their way is the best. And just so you know, I'll be back. I'm going to run this down and drop it in and make some total mix rations first. Or, actually, do you want me to wait and get all of it mowed first, and then we can sit over there and make total mix ration?
Yeah, let's get it all mowed. At least when I'm finished, then I can run and either keep picking up and you do the total or one or the other.
It doesn't matter, yeah. But as you guys see, what works so well with Gutterball and I is that we are 100%, we vote on everything. We talk, probably, we got on here at 11. It's a little late today to get recording, but we talk about everything. We vote on it. We say, nah, I don't want to do that. And then we just work on it, and that's what's awesome.
Well, because we both respect each other's opinion.
Yep.
And we realize that, like I realize this isn't just my play, this is our play. So you have a say in this farm too. Yep,
and vice versa. Because I've got my own personal Let's Plays for that. I'll play it that way with the one I want, the way I want it. This is a community thing, so, with you and I anyways. As much as we're tribe of 2.
Well, yeah, we can make it an awful weird community sometimes. Off camera.
Off camera, everyone.
We try to be as normal as we can on camera.
Now, as you guys can see as I pass this, we do own this field to the left. It is field 10. It wilted because we didn't have enough time, but welcome to the real world.
Sorry, we don't need any more straw right now. Anyway.
I know.
I don't want to see any more straw for a while.
I didn't know that the trees that I placed down, they turn color in the fall. That's cool.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Yeah, I do too. Now, technically, this loading wagon would be just a little bit big for this 6R. But we got to make some sort of strides. We can't be making trips with only 30,000 in them every time.
Well, we could. We just don't want to.
Yeah. If I was playing on my realistic series, I would. I'd be making 100 trips if I had to. But like we stated in the beginning, this is not a realistic series. It's a semi-realistic.
Right. It's realistic when we want it to be,
yep.
And it's not when we want it to be.
Yeah. Trust me, I'll be the first one to admit it. When I was hossing these things over, I was driving through people's fields. I was like, oops, sorry.
Right.
Oopa. But I'm glad. Thank you to each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of Gutterball's heart. that you guys are just turning out in droves to watch this series, and it means the world to me. We're getting some major stride views. I mean, you guys are amazing. Did you want to add anything on that, Gutterball?
Yeah, I do want to put a shout out to Diane. You really impressed me Friday with how hard you worked with me. You didn't give up. And I know we didn't get it completely done, but don't give up. I don't care how long it takes. We will get you there, and you'll be able to do it on your own in no time flat. And the rest of you, I love your comments. Thank you for being so involved in this series. You're making it a lot of fun for me.
And not just him, me. When I look down and I see that many people watching it, it just, that's what I got into YouTube for. I didn't get into it for money or fame or, the wrong reasons. I got into it to watch people, and the more people that are exposed to farm sim, the happier I am.
Right.
Because ask Gutterball, I'm telling you, my obsession is real. I've got in my phone labeled when things drop on the mod hub, and I can go through my phone right now and tell you exactly when the mods are dropping, so I'm gonna be one of the first ones to get them.
And I'll testify to that, because he just had to put something in his calendar for me, and he's going, oh, this is going to drop on this day, this is going to drop on this day. I'm going, wow, I'm not even that bad.
Yep.
I wait for you to tell me, and then I go get it.
The obsession is real, I'm telling you. I'm the guy that goes to farm sim shows, or not farm sims, farm shows, and test drives all the new tractors that are coming out. That's me. Mostly my local ones, though, around my area. One of our family members asked whereabouts in New York I live. I'm not going to give away my exact location, obviously, for obvious reasons. But let's just say I'm about 20 minutes north of the border of PA. Okay, so I'm not going to give away my exact location. Those you guys should understand that by now. But there's PA and there's Great Bend and things. I'm about 20 minutes north of there. So not very far at all. So if you see the border of PA and you just go up about 20 minutes, that's where I'm at.
Yeah, heck, he won't even tell me exactly where he lives.
I tell very few people. In fact, I don't even think I tell my wife.
And me, I live in Northwest Ohio.
Yep. Well, I live in New York. Everybody knows that.
Yep. You look to the west, you see Indiana. You look to the north, you see Michigan.
But what I may do, Gutterball and I were talking just a little bit about this. We may pick a day where we can do like kind of a multiplayer teaching session and get everybody out that's new, that wants to learn on the same map at the same time, so we can teach at the same time. Because poor Diane, she messaged me and she wanted help because Gutterball, he headed off to work and he said, hey, if you get a chance, help Diane today because she's going to get stuck. And I started helping her, and I go, I don't know where he left off, and I don't know where, because I don't want to step on people's toes, things like that. So I ended up saying to her, I was like, Gutterball will be home in a couple hours. So what I'd like to do is if we could pick a day where if everybody can make it to one like kind of multiplayer session, those of you who want to kind of learn the basics of modding, the basics of putting mods into your folder. It's easier if we can, we'll just get on a map. Don't worry about no mods. Don't worry, but we're not going to be on there to play. We're going to be on there to learn.
Right.
And get everybody on the same page at the same time. And that would be great.
Yeah, because it is easy for us to forget, because it just comes second nature to us anymore.
100%.
It is a challenge if you've never done it before.
Yeah.
It's like I told you, that first multiplayer I did with you, That's the first time I ever did multiplayer, and after about 10 minutes, I was about ready to just hang it up. But you kept going, no, 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 just do this, just do this.
And
I got on.
That's the disadvantage. Now, we've learned with experience that it gets to the point where we just share links to mods, because what happens in, I'm basically going to talk to Diane directly. What happens, Diane, is we all have to have the same version of the mod to play the game. So if I'm the one hosting the multiplayer server, it is the person that hosts it picks the mods. Okay, so I could go all willy-nilly and nutsy cuckoo and just download 4 million mods. But if you guys don't have the exact same mod, and that's what Gutterball meant by the check mark, if you guys don't have the exact version, exact same mod, generally speaking from the exact same place, it won't let you join. It keeps telling you no. In fact, Gutterball and I just had that with the Terraform mod on this one, literally.
Yep.
Because what happened was Fury decided he was going to download a big giant pack over the last weekend and play around with it and saved the game. And what it did is it saved it into this one. And Gutterball's like, I don't have that version. So it literally was like about 5 minutes from being a mess.
Well, it's the same thing with courseplay. You had updated your courseplay and I didn't.
Right.
So I had to go back in and I had to update my courseplay, so I had the exact same thing you did in order to get on here.
So what So what I try to tell everybody is Gutterball and I do not spend a lot of time updating mods. We just don't. That's just not us. No. I'm sorry, brother. I tried to make a big corner. This thing has turning radius like a semi-truck.
A semi?
Yeah. No pun intended. Need my 50 acres to turn around. We don't update the mods, and the reason why is because when it becomes Saturday night, we just click and go. We just keep the same. If the mods are working fine, we don't have an issue using them, the older versions. Many of you guys out there have yours on auto update, your mods. So if your mod, if they throw an update on it, if it throws an update on a map, if it throws an update on a mod, you can't join us because you have a different version than us. So my suggestion is if you want to play with us specifically, I would turn your auto update off. Because that way, otherwise you're going to pull your hair out if you have any. Like with me, I shave my head bald, so I don't have a lot of hair on my head, but I'll pull my beard out. If Gutterball and I tried to get on a map and he updated his mods all the time, I would have to make sure I updated mine, which is fine. Now, not everybody does it that way. That's why I said everybody hosts their games differently as well. Some guys just update mods as soon as they hit. Our really, really, really good friend Rangers that way. He will update mods as soon as they get the update. Is there anything wrong with it? Absolutely not. That's just his style. That's the way he does it. But it causes conflict for a situation like when he tries to go join multiplayer because sometimes they're not updated. But that's, there's ins and outs. I'm not going to go too much into modding over our Let's Play here. We want to talk about what we're doing. But I am interested in doing that if Gutterball wants to join me. And I'm thinking about putting out a video for how to do it. I'll bring up my mod folder and I'll show you how I do it. Which I think in the beginning for me, I don't know if Gutterball, you'd had the same problem. I overthunk it. I was overthinking it. I was like, how do I get this great mod? And I just ran over that deer. Sorry. If you simplify it, it's not, well, let me reword it. It's not hard for me because I've done it so many times, but for those of you who are learning, it's still tricky.
And now, after we've been doing it so long, we've got little shortcut ways that you can do it to make it a lot easier, too.
Yep.
And I think that would be a good idea if you would put out
okay.
Do it like you copy and paste, I drag.
Yep. And it's the same method.
So,
in fact, when I first learned, I learned that like I would drag it out and put it on my desktop, and then I would drag it into my mod folder. Same thing. But I've learned with experience that when you go to your downloads, if you click on it, you right click and you copy it, you can paste it into it, and it's easier than dragging it for me, anyways. That doesn't mean it's not just as easy to drag it, because it is. I did it tonight actually, because what happened is that stupid pack that I did, it had a different version of Terraform in it, and he goes, here, this is the link, let's use this one. And I said, okay. I said, wait, is that the one I already have downloaded? It was crazy because I forget. I'm telling you, when you get to the point, the only thing I'm going to tell you guys that are new at modding or adding mods, be careful, because two things. It becomes an addiction very quick. It becomes, you want to have the latest, greatest, coolest, awesomest mods in your game, the most realist guy in the room, bada boom, as they say. But be careful of that, because it is, and you will fill up your memory on your laptop, your computer, your desktop, anything you're using, fast. I have 9 terabytes worth of hard drive space, and I filled about 6 terabytes of it right now just with mods. But I'm also modding, as I was telling Gutterball, I'm not just modding this game. I mod Truck Sim. I also mod Skyrim and City Skylines. I've got mods in, so it becomes an addiction. It's horrible and great at the same time.
And you'll sit there and you'll get, you will, once you learn how to do it, everybody does it, you'll be downloading everything.
Yep.
All the time.
Awesome.
And then next thing you know, you look at your mod folder and you got 200, 300, 400 mods in there, and you have no clue what you really have. That's me. I got, I think, 1,100 mods in there, and I couldn't tell you what all I have in there anymore.
Yep, 100%. In fact, some of our other family members were telling me that they get to the point where they got all these mods downloaded and they don't even use half of them. And I'm the same way.
How many times I tell you I'm going to clean my mod folder out, but every time I go in there to do it, it's like, well, no, I might use it.
Or
I don't do it.
Or I do the same thing, brother. I really do. I get to the point where I go, oh, let's just start a Let's Play with this stuff. And we'll just use this stuff for a while. I do it all the time. And then I don't use it. And then I end up not using it. But so be careful of that. And the most important thing, and this is the probably one of the last things I'll mention today about it, and then we'll talk about this map. You have to be very careful where you get mods from.
Yes.
Make sure that your antivirus is updated and kept updated, because not everybody out there is just like us. Not everybody out there is on the up and up. Some people are evil, and that's the only way to put it. I can't put it any other way, because if somebody takes the time to put a virus on a mod that is going in a game, they're not right. They're not right. They can't be, because who does that? So be very careful. So what I always suggest to people that I'm teaching how to mod and starting is get them from one space and one space only, and that's from either the in-game mod hub or the farmingsimulator.com website. One of the two.
Right.
Now, if you download them from the Farming Simulator website, you will either have to drag or copy and paste them and put them in your mod folder. If you get them from the in-game mod hub, it will automatically put them in your mod folder for you. So, for those of you who are new out there, I would get it off the in-game mod hub. So you load up the game, and you go to the downloadable content, and it'll show you all the new mods. Generally speaking, it matches, but sometimes there's cooler ones on the website, not going to lie. And they don't always match. Because Giants gets their mods a lot of times from external sources. So people upload them to Farm Sim, and they don't put them on the in-game mod hub. So I get mine from both. But I also get mine from Farming Simulator 22 website, which is Fs22.com, right, Gutterball?
Right.
That's a pretty reputable one, too. It's pretty simple. One click, and you're downloaded. But just be very, very, very careful. The biggest thing that I would get upset about is if I found out somebody new, like Diane or something, got a huge virus in it. ate her computer up, and I'd feel bad.
Best thing I can say is if you're just getting started and say you seen a mod on here or some other YouTube and you want it and it's not on the two that he mentioned, get a hold of Fury and I. We pretty much know what are safe places and what aren't.
Yep.
And we might be able to get you that mod on one of the safe ones that we know of. I don't have a problem sharing, where I get my mods. It's just I won't post them because I can't guarantee that something won't happen, and I do not want to be responsible for frying somebody's computer.
In fact, the only 3 places that I would say are safe, I would completely stay away from modhub.us, and that's just being honest.
Yes.
Because they steal mods there. They like to take them off other people's sites, and they like to put them there. And if the moderators are watching this from there, they know what they're doing. So I've already nailed them about 600 times. That's stolen mods. That's wrong. Is the farmingsimulator.com website, the in-game mod hub, or Simply Safe Mods. And that is run by a good friend of mine, good friend of Gutterballs, and that's Jerry, a.k.a. Grizzly Bear Sims. He runs it. He's the one that I always post a link to his channel in my show notes. So if you get a chance to check out his channel, he is great. He's taking a hiatus. Is that the word I'm looking for? Hiatus from Farm Sim. And there's nothing wrong with it. He's been doing YouTube for 6, 7, 8 years now. He gets a right to take a break once in a while. But he runs Simply Safe Mods, and he's amazing. He updates all his mods. What happens is the modders bring their mods to him. He goes through them with a fine. Well, not him, his team. They go through them with a fine-tooth comb, make sure there's no viruses attached, make sure all the stuff is clean, make sure it all works. They actually test it, and then they put it on their website with it locked, so you can't download it and then put it on some other wonky site. So that's the 3 that are guaranteed to be safe.
Now I also use Papa Smurf mod.
Yes, he's safe too, but once again, just make sure your antivirus is up to date, just in case, because Papa Smurf, I've got thousands and thousands of mods from him, so he's pretty safe too. But you never know with people in the world. You just be safe. You want to. Computers ain't cheap. Trust me. And all it takes is one virus, and your computer's fried. So, but I would be willing, if Gutterball wants to join me, to have a modding class type thing. And I'll put out a couple of videos. I'll get, in fact, you know what? Yeah, one of these free days, maybe I'll not put out a playlist, and I'll put out a mod, how to put them in your mod folder and stuff. So you guys can watch along.
Yeah, you can do that when I'm on vacation.
That's true. That is true. I forgot about that. Yeah. And then I'll walk it through. I'll go nice and slow for all the new people, because the one thing I can't stand, this field is huge, dude.
I know. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm already on, I've taken over 100,000. I got 50,000 in the wagon, and I'm almost at, this is 200,000. Holy crap.
I just keep mowing going, where's the other end?
I know. It's awesome. Did you set the thing up to sell?
Yes.
The lime factory? Okay. Because we got plenty of lime at the big silo. But yeah, and because I can't stand it when people, they claim, oh, this is how you put mods in mod folder, and you're watching the video and they're going like a gazillion miles an hour.
Right.
You gotta go slow enough that people can follow along. Otherwise, they're pausing your video just to see what you're doing. So I'll put out a video. It'll be in depth of what you can do, where you can find your mods, all that stuff, how to do it. Now, I'm not going to put out a video on how to change XMLs yet, but I will. A lot of people, including Gutterball, has asked me in the past how to do it. And I kind of showed him via typing, but I'd like to have a video out there so he can see them too, just to see what's really going on.
As a matter of fact, I did one the other day, and first one I ever ran into, you had to do it in 2 different spots.
Yep.
There was an XML file that you had to do it. Then you had to also do it in the mod description,
right,
or it wouldn't work.
Well, the biggest thing about that is if the mod description is where your store part is, your icons.
Right.
So if you change the price of something, I remember in 17, I couldn't stand the daily fees on tractors and stuff. So every mod I ever put in, I went in and took off the daily fees. If you don't do that in the mod description as well, it will still show up in game. It'll still work, but like if you want to change a tractor from like 200,000 to 100,000, you've got to do it in the XML, and you also have to do it in the mod description as well. So,
right.
But capacities, you don't have to do that with. You just change them in the XML. Sorry, as I sniffle in my snots.
Hey, I see the other side. I'm getting closer.
Sweet. Yeah, 200,000.
Where the heck are you? Wow.
I know, still way over there, and I've gotten 200. I don't even know what this silo holds over here. This is our fermenting silo, and what we've decided, we tested it, we've come to the conclusion that this fermenting silo does chaff, hay, and grass, makes it into silage. So we put 1 million liters of chaff in here. It's making silage, and we found out you can store hay just like a regular silo in here. So when I get ready to make mixed rations, I can come to one spot. It's kind of nice. See, we still test too, and when I don't test, it comes across on camera. Trust me, it sucks.
Yeah, because you don't test it, then it never works out the way you want.
Ask Mighty Mike about that one.
Right.
I watched him one day for 20 minutes on a video trying to get a fuel tank to work. Poor guy.
Oh, the one that he put in the back of his pickup?
Yes, he ended up putting it in there. Then he had to jump on top of it to figure out how to use it. That guy's awesome. I also put a link to his channel, so make sure you guys watch him. He is a great dude. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah. And he's a great YouTuber, and he has some pretty cool story modes out there going. So you guys want a full-fledged, involved series, watch him.
He's one of my regulars that I watch every day.
He's doing. He was doing Welker Farms with his kids today. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, poor kids.
Ugh.
They were like, "We got to sell everything to start over."
Oh, I know.
No,
because
really. We're gonna have money this time.
Yep, because Mike ran into the same thing Fury always runs into, where you get everything that you want, or so you think, and next thing you know, you're like, "Hey, I don't even have a loading wagon." Oh, darn it.
Yep.
Or you decide halfway through a series that you don't want to do bales anymore. So, and you've got 4 million bales stored in your shed. It's like, but
yeah,
watch
this
him.
one was because of a map update.
Right. Oh, yeah. The Welker Farms came out with an update, and it sucks. I hate it when maps do that. That's why I usually don't update. But yeah, watch Grizzly Bear Sims. He's pretty cool. He's one of my mentors in this YouTube game. He was around when I first started, and boy, I tell you, did I bounce a lot of ideas off him. I was one of those, you think, Diane, you think you were eager? You should have seen me when I started. Oh, my gosh. Poor Grizzly Bear was like, dude, shut up for 5 seconds. Stop bugging me. Because I was, when you're new and you're learning, you're just asking everybody under the sun how to do stuff. And you're so excited, and you get a little bit, you figure out how to do a mod, or you figure out how to do a map. And when I first started YouTube, I didn't know how to do any of this stuff. I didn't know how to record a video. So I was like, how do you do this? And there was some other guys that helped me. Mike from G&G Modding over on Facebook. They made New River. They made Jones Dairy. They made one other one too. There was a big one they made. They made a bunch of mods. Let's just say once you get over 3, I guess it's a bunch.
Right.
And they don't do. And then you've got Scooter's Workbench. He's a good friend of mine too. He's over at G&G Modding. He's got his own website as well. He's amazing. He does a lot of the old iron stuff, and I've put out a couple of reviews of his stuff that many of you are asking about now. Is this coming to Farm Sim 22? It's great. But many guys that were there for me when I started. Like I was telling Gutterball, it reminds me back, well, like with these new people starting, what I was.
Right.
You know, you're so eager and you so want to do things and you so want, like, you just want to do it. And I had a couple people that, you know, it was funny because I was putting out videos. I've told the story before, but I'm not going to go crazy with it. Where I had a sugar beet computer. Remember that one where I told you?
Yep.
It was, you know the old saying, potato computer, right? Well, mine was so bad it was worse than a potato. It was a sugar beet. It was so bad. And I was sending videos to Mike to have him review them. And, dude, you couldn't even see my tractor. It was so bad. And Mike, bless him, him and Scooter and Victor from over at G&G Modding, they said, all right, they were very nice. They said, all right, Fury, what we're going to do, we're going to let you be a storyteller on this website here first. But wait on the videos. They were kind of cool about it. They gave me all the encouragement I needed, but they were, you know, brutally honest with me. They were like, dude, your quality's not the great. But your stories are awesome. The way that you talk is awesome. The way that you explain stuff is awesome. It's great. So all it did was give me motivation to get, you know, upgrade to another computer. And then the videos got better and better and better. And I went back a few days ago and watched some of my original stuff. And boy, I tell you, I was all over the place. Like crazy. But I remember, and I'm excited. I'm so excited for this generation to come about. Let's get some people learning mods.
Oh, yeah. I am done.
Woohoo! So now you get to... Oh, you know what? Oh, you know what? Here. Did you want to drive that back to the farm and then grab the tractor? Or do you want to ride back with me and leave that up here? It's up to you.
I'll just take this back because we're going to need it in a couple days over in the other field.
Oh, that's right. 9, 10, and something. 9 and
yeah.
Something is getting ready within the next couple of days. Yeah. Yep. You're right. But that loading wagon that's down there by the S Smart, the loading wagon that's there's by the S Smart's full. I'm about 18. I think it did when I came over. I think it does like 18 miles. Nice. 200,000 we've already picked up it off this field.
What's the chances I could hook up to this trailer?
Ooh, I doubt it would pull it though. But you know what? The Phoenix has got it. It's got a trailer hitch on it. You can always use that. I'm so glad you discovered. You remembered we had this big grass field because I was like, uh-oh, we don't have any grass.
I know.
Oh, it didn't hook up to it?
No.
I just wish, you know what we'll have to do? We'll have to keep an eye out for a couple of mods that have trailer hitches on them.
Yeah.
That we can, because I could have just dragged 100,000 back each time.
Yeah, or if we could have something like where you could put it between the two trailers.
Now, we've got a choice because we can feed them hay for another round because we should have enough to fill all their pens. It only holds 300 and something thousand in each pen. And I've already got 200,000 and about to have 250 here in a couple seconds. There's probably going to be enough to fill it because our mixing wagon is only 22,000. So you're going to be mixing nonstop.
I thought we got the bigger one.
I think we just got the one single little baby one, I think. But I'm not, don't quote me, like I said. I've been saying that a lot lately. Because I've been known to be wrong.
Here shortly.
Well, I try and apologize to everyone when I make a mistake. Sometimes I forget. And I think it's different, too. I think when people come on and they say they're sorry, I think being sorry conveys a emotion.
Right.
You know, I think when you apologize to somebody and you say, oh, I apologize, I think to me it conveys more of I made a mistake.
Right.
Because if I come on and I say, oh, I'm so sorry, which I have done, it conveys an emotion. And I think that's just, I'd rather just be sorry. Apologizing is being sorry, but it's showing that I actually made a mistake. Because you guys know, I'm not afraid.
Personal.
Yep. I'm not afraid to show my mistakes. The first time I was, Farmer Z was watching one of my videos, and I was 25 minutes in the video trying to get my tractor unstuck from a tree.
Go around me?
Oh, yeah. Maybe.
See, now that's a farmer. Gets over to the side of the road for you. Jeez! Quit throwing stones all over me. Oh, I better call you up. Making me feel like I'm in a big truck.
Okay, we got done playing. That's our level of playing today.
Oh no! You're up one. I'm not done. Oh no!
Oh, I hate it when I'm going to shut the recording off. My tractor will be in a tree someplace. It'll be great. I'll be like tabbing into it and it'll be stuck in a tree.
Oh man,
it's great. Actually, I wouldn't want to be behind too many of these. They probably would be dropping.
Did you ever check to see if you're recording?
No.
I love that when you do that.
Hang on one second. So, you guys know how it works. You're going to lose the game some, but you're not going to lose me. And let's see here. And yes, I'm recording. Good call, though. Oh, it would have been nothing worse.
And we're almost done.
Yeah, 46 minutes we're into it already. Got about another hour in game.
Oh, well. Better late than never.
Well, I sometimes forget I hit the hotkey, but I'm so paranoid. I've done that before. I'm really surprised I didn't catch it this time.
Great.
So cool, the animations.
Yeah, it is really amazing how far they've come in games.
And I think, personally, they've done a pretty darn good job representing as close to real life as you can.
Right.
Within the constraints of the game. Obviously, there's things that you just can't do in real life.
Right. If
everybody in the world knew how painstakingly long in real life farming would be, you know, most people wouldn't play this game. So, like, when I put my ultra realistic series out and I'm, harvesting at 2.5 miles an hour, everybody's like, I can't stand this. But that series is, I've explained that lots of times. That series is not for everybody. That series is for the hardcore people who want to see ultra realistic.
If we weren't brothers, I guarantee I wouldn't watch that series.
Nope,
of yours,
100%.
I watch it. I'll watch it for you.
Yeah, and I do the same. Like, there's YouTubers out there that like I can't stand. That's putting it mildly, because of the way that they play the game. Do I dislike their channel? No, I'm still subscribed to their channel. Still like it because I like who they are personally. And one of them is one of the biggest YouTubers out there. That's DJ Goham. I love the guy personally. I don't like the way he does farm sim. And it's just because I can't fathom harvesting with, 100-meter header. It just doesn't, and for 50 miles an hour. It doesn't work for me. But it works for him.
Right.
So that's all that matters. Okay. And he's one of the biggest YouTubers out there. But personally, super duper nice guy, super duper great guy, super duper, he cares a lot. He's got the Farm Sim show. He cares a lot about this community. He really does. But just because I dislike how he plays the farm sim doesn't mean I dislike him. So I'm still subscribed and I still watch his videos. Which you guys do for me. You guys are awesome.
Yeah, you're right. We only got the 22,000.
Yeah, that's going to be... Now, I can continue to pick up if you want to start mixing mix ration. Or you can come help me. It doesn't matter. I don't care.
I'm on the feed right now.
Okay. Yeah, let's get him some because...
my first... If I fit in here in my duels. Yep.
I want duels, and then you turn around and you're like, I can't fit in any of the sheds.
There's been a few real close.
Yeah. I don't generally use duels. I also think...
I don't either. I just like the look of it.
I do too. And actually, there's a mod in the mod hub that it's called the slipping mod or something like that, where it really makes your game depend on the tires you have on your tractor of how it actually interacts.
Yeah, where if you start slipping, it actually damages the ground and
Yep,
everything.
yep.
It's like, whoa.
Which is, there's so many realistic mods that are coming out.
Uh-huh.
It's so funny because you and I will, 6:30 in the morning, I'll be up. You're already at work for like 3 hours. It's like,
yep.
I'll message you and I'll be like, oh my God, did you see this new mod? You're like, I'm all over it. Already had it. Or vice versa. You'll be like, hey, did you see this new mod that came out? I'll be like, I already got it. Thanks. Already got it. It's like a race between to see who can get one faster.
Right.
So that was 250. This will be 300,000, which will make a 500,000, right? Because it's half and half, right?
Right.
So
Right.
This little quarry. I'll tell you, ever since you and I made that, I don't think I've played a map other than my ultra realistic where I have not had some sort of a quarry.
Right. Uh-huh.
Whether it's I make my own or that's an actual quarry. It's crazy. That Terrafarm mod is nice.
Yeah, I'm going to try that out.
Oh, the pack? Yeah, that's why I told you. I was
Yeah.
like, make sure you don't delete the rest of that mod. Because what we did, everyone, is we just took the Terraform out just so we can get into the game. But I told them, don't delete it because there's some cool stuff. The wheel loaders and like the Komatsu, I think it's called. It's a big orange one. It holds like 30,000 or 40,000 material. So if like you did it actually mining, that would be what you would get.
That's moving some earth.
That's what I'm saying. And I bet you, now, I'm not very up and keen on all like the big equipment because have I driven them in real life? Yes. But have I ever seen them like more than a drive down the street? No. You can imagine like those, like if you watch like Gold Rush, those gold miners. Holy crap, dude. They're like,
oh, I know,
moving some serious like yards. I think they call it yards, don't they?
Yeah. Yep.
But in a yard is 3x3. So if they say we've moved like 1,000 yards today, that's a lot of dirt. That'd be what, 3,000 feet by 3,000 feet?
Something like that.
Close to an acre. Well, no, it's close to 3 acres. Because an acre is 1,000 by 1,000.
I did that for a few years, run heavy equipment out there at General Motors company I work for. We had to build a 40-acre pond for them.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah, we dug it, and then we had to pack the bottom and the sides with clay afterwards.
Is that how they do it now? They kind of...
We had to because there was no clay there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the bottom wasn't bad, but doing insides, that wall was just wide enough for your equipment to fit down it and put more clay down.
Oh, I'll bet. And clay gets heavy, too.
And slippery, because they'd have to water it down, and it's like, oh, really? That's like
Yeah, but then when
ice.
it hardens, it makes like pottery, right? Basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's sometimes it can be just like concrete.
Wow. Yeah, I would assume once the sun hits it and dries it out, it's like putting it in a kiln.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Here comes 300,000. Have you made your first 20,000 yet?
Yeah, I've got 66,000 already made.
Nice. Are you just dumping it back in there, or are you putting it actually in the feed?
I'm putting it in the feed.
Yeah, I figured. Figured. There we go. 300,000 liters, and I still got 1, 2. Oh, I'm not even going to count them. There's too many.
A lot.
A lot.
That's a number.
So as you guys follow along, what we're going to do is I'll finish up this recording at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, but Gutterball and I will continue to play through the rest of this day and at least get the grass picked up, the hay picked up, and as much total mix ration as he can make before the game day's over. And then we'll join you guys next Saturday again. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Time flies as you get older.
Get off the wall.
Yeah. It's a good thing I'm not. So you guys haven't seen much of Gutterball today.
Nope. I'm over here hiding.
Actually, are you using the green your John Deere tractor?
Yeah. Yeah, I never get to be in this much.
There. Let's watch him for a few minutes.
Hey, I know you.
I love this passenger mod for real. Boink. That cow's dead.
When you gave me a ride over to where we did the hay, I did it.
In cab?
The camera in cab. Oh my!
Like
that
this?
is freaking weird. That was weird.
I can see your. Did you? Oh, the way you're sitting, the wire that goes in the back window looks like it's coming off your hat. And I thought, what do you got hanging off your hat? Do you have like a tie? All right, so what he's doing is he's mixing half hay and half silage.
Right.
So as you watch him down here in the corner, there should be like 11, right? Blink, and then he goes to the rest. Did you know it's actually, you can go, it takes less silage. So if I were you, I would do your silage first, and then you'll see that the hay doesn't take as much. Maybe.
Are you kidding me? I just worry about going 50-50.
Yeah, it's true. It's true because you
not
never
mess that up.
You can never stop it. This is the coolest mod ever because this allows him to be a little bit. I should have just did that before. The Swather didn't have a passenger, did it?
No, we tried it before we recorded.
You guys get a chance to see our farm up and close and personal, and you can come in cab and it's awesome. Where did you get the Vermeer shirt? Was that something that came with the DLC?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Nice. Does it come in different colors or just the camouflaged?
No, just this. That's it.
I did see when I was looking quick. I did see the hat. It had a hat too.
Yeah. I believe there's bibs with it too.
Yeah, like I wear all over the place. I tell you, my overalls are. Do I wear them all the time? No, but when I'm working on a car or I'm in my garage, I wear them because it's comfortable.
Right.
I love my overalls. Nice park job. The Swather. All right, we'll watch because we got about 3 minutes. So it'll be perfect. We'll get a chance to say goodbye together. We won't have to go over.
Where are you going?
Whoa, where you? Where are you? Good thing I was looking this way because. Are you?
It wouldn't. It just took off on its own.
See, you get him on camera, he can't drive. You can't.
Yep. Crash counter 1. Hey.
Who was the one that keeps track of Crash Counter? Was that Triple D? Who's the one that keeps track for us? Or was that Bill? I can't remember. One of them keeps track for us.
Two.
All right, so we got to say our goodbyes. We're at 1 o'clock. We're at over an hour. So let me get going, and then we'll get you all going, and we'll get out of here, and then you and I will just finish up.
Alrighty.
All right, everybody, because if I don't do this, Gutterball have my head, because he always gets on me about my outros. All right, everyone. Please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, as we talked about earlier, your family. Please, please, please look out for your family. It's important. Not just to me, but it should be to you guys. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Hit the little notification ding bell so you get notified when Fury and Gutterball drop a video, because we are all over the place anymore. Be sure to enjoy the night, the day, the weekend whenever you're watching this. And on that note, I'm going to turn it over to my brother, let him say his outro, and we are going to get out of here for the week.
I just want to thank everyone for being here with us for the past hour. I enjoyed my time with you. Please hit that subscribe button and do your comments. Have yourself a good night.
Perfect. Now, on that note, guys, I love you all, and I will catch you all on the flip side. Later.